Hey, what's happening? It's your girl Michelle and Trey Hollis, 5 Star Conversations. I am trying to go live right now. Let me see, share screen. Oh, okay, this might actually work. Okay, so welcome to 5 Star Conversations in the Sun City. I am your host, Michelle M. Terry Hollis, and this is What's Up Wednesdays. This we are gonna just quickly. I'm gonna show you some of my favorite and most informational five to be exact. Five. High five to the vibe. Okay, so I'm gonna show you five of my favorite. Let me make sure. Okay, five of my favorite videos and of businesses, creators, and of course a couple of medical professionals information from where I live, El Paso, Texas. So this is my way of you know, letting people know how many great things are happening here, particularly letting my community know who is really putting great information out there, who's funny, who's entertaining, like people that I'm finding online, particularly TikTok for the moment, and just sharing that with you because I think that that's a really cool thing to do. Like, I feel like that's just to be cool. It's not going to be something long now. Like, once we get it popping in here and everybody's coming in, we talking, we having conversations, then at that time I'll stay longer. But today I'm working on a community newsletter for 5 Star Conversations in the Sun City. So what I'm doing there is what we'll do there, I'll have a deeper dive if necessary, if that's how we'll do it. If the community here in the chat lets us know, like, if it's clear that we need to talk more about certain things, then you'll talk about it in the chat. We'll all talk about it in the chat, and then we'll move it to the 5 Star Conversations community once we get that started. And so one of the things I would love for you to do, let me know who you're watching, wherever you watch. Let me know where you're watching content mostly, and let me know who your favorite content creators are. And now that is for if you live here in the borderland area, because that's just what I'm focused on at this point. But I love this idea. And so let me know if it's something that you pick up in your area, because I feel like this is a great idea. It's a way to kind of just bring some highlights to some people maybe that don't usually do social media. They can kind of see what's going on, see who's doing what over there on TikTok, or other platforms, but it's going to be the What's Up Wednesday. I'm going to share 5 videos. Now, again, we're trying this now, and so we're going to see how it goes. Okay, so now I do have the ability to share my screen, but I'm wondering how it's going to play out. So let's just see again. I don't know how this is going to work. I'm going directly live here on YouTube, but it's possible that this may not be, the best way to go. We're going to see. Let's see here. Let's see what happens. No, not that. Okay. All right. I will have this like more organized. I just need to hear, make sure it's going to play. I'll have this more organized next time. This is really just a test. But if it works, we're just going to go for it. That's why I went ahead and just made the intro. You know what I mean? So here we go. Let's see what's happening. Okay, so I'm seeing everything right now. Hold on, let me see. Where'd you go? Oh, I'm in the wrong one. That's why. Okay, you know what? We're gonna stop the share. I need to go. I'm on the wrong tab. And you know what? I feel like I just have quite a bit going on here with my. Okay, so actually, want to go in that way. So let's do that. And let's do this. Let's see if I start conversations. Okay, so I'm at least going to go. Let me just go ahead and at least have it pulled up. Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay, let's try this again. All right. So, from 10. Here we are. Okay, let's see. All right, so let's start with the city of El Paso water guy. Oh, okay, sorry. I can't do that. Okay. Hmm. Okay, wait, hold on. Time out. Okay. Let's go ahead and restart that. We have time. We're gonna watch all of these. These are like 2 minutes each, and then we're just gonna comment. Hmm. Hmm. That's interesting that he said tiny impact. So there is an impact, you know. I don't know this guy. I don't know who this is. Obviously, I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it up and we'll talk. Look how I title it: City of El Paso Water Guy. Literally just saw this on TikTok. So okay, let's keep hearing what he's saying. I feel like it's interesting. I don't know her. And sometimes I'm gonna know some of these people, okay? And I'm gonna speak as honestly as I can because I want 5-star conversations. We're here to have real conversations. We're not, I personally, I am not here to judge one way or another. I'm smart enough to know that there's no way on earth I know everything and that I'm definitely being skewed. You know, my personal beliefs will skew me in one way or the other. Just so happens that I am the type of person who is seeking the truth, not to be right. And that's what I think is it's important that we have forums that we can really have conversations. Now, in my heart of hearts, in my spirit, do I believe that these data centers are completely fine and that it's not going to affect us? No, I don't believe that. I'm just, let me just say that. I don't believe that. And do I believe that I would like to understand what's really how this our leadership in every area, even our city council representatives, which I know several of them, but I have not talked with them. But my question is, like, what are you really thinking? What really, how are you really feeling about this? How, like, what is your reasoning for real? And so there is one, my city council district person is Rosha, Councilwoman Rosha. And I need to ask her, I think, oh man, see, there was an event tonight and I would have went, but I have a class. So But I'm gonna go ahead and reach out to her because I want to have a conversation with her. Like we need to have conversations. I know it's not that black and white. And we need to have conversations with ourselves. Like that's why I say, like, it would be easy for me to go connect in with the to go hook up with, what am I trying to say? I could go hook up with the activists because I feel that. I could go do that easily. And I also know that they're like, I want to know more. I don't want to just assume like it can't just be like, it's the devil. No, like, but my question is, why are you all so okay with this? And I know a lot of people know people that are working on the project. And I'm like, so I want to understand, like, is there something that we're not understanding? Is there something that you think? I mean, at my gut instinct discernment spot, I'm like, it all seems fishy. And it may not even be that fishy on our local government's end as much as you think it is. And I'm willing to recognize that, acknowledge that, because I think there's something bigger and more sinister at play. I don't trust this process, and at the same time we have to understand that back when they made these deals, like Meta AI was, everybody was it was like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. We all were excited about what was possible with AI. They could I don't believe that they foresaw, and this is really true. I don't believe that they foresaw that in such a short amount of time that there was going to be so much negative impact that we've seen happening. And so there is that. And, when you do, it's not so black and white to get out of deals. I understand that too. So, I mean, and I can just say all this on the surface level, but why not we actually hear from um, our elected officials, and talk to them as humans and not just trying to have a gotcha moment. I don't think that's helpful for us, is my point. And I'm not saying that people did not already go and voice their opinions and voice their concerns at in gatherings together, at the open house meetings and conversations. I just don't think that there was any way we're going to get anything close to a semblance of the truth in that situation, and nobody was really going to be trying to hear like an in-depth explanation about what's going on. And I get it. Look, I'm not acting like I don't understand. But so all of that to say, now we circle back here, and he's saying that this is the a hot, what's his name? Let me stop. Let me get it together here. Utility clarifies we have the water. So that's what they're saying in this. We've already watched the video, so you're going to have to go back and watch that. But here, okay, okay. I can. I find that interesting. I do think that that they were kind of. Oh, we can't hear. You can't hear me. Ah, damn. I was worried about that. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Thank you for telling me that, because you know what? So you can't hear the record. You can't hear the playback, is what it sounds like. Well, ain't that about it? Are you still there? Let me know. Let me know if you don't mind. Darn. I'm gonna have to. Ain't that about it? Okay. So I'm gonna have to probably run it through StreamYard anyways. I'm gonna have to run it through StreamYard if you can't hear me. Okay, well, thank you for telling me that so I didn't waste the rest of the time. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump off the end the stream so I can review this. And this is all like a work in progress. So I'll get back on later tonight and do this because this is actually a really great idea. So I love this. So hopefully, thanks for rocking out and riding with me. All right, we're gonna end this and we'll see how it goes. Peace.